So when you watch Monsters Inc., you see the Matrix. It's just flipped, and it's just one is a cartoon or kind of 3D animation, and the other one is human beings.
Wait a minute, that's crazy. That's crazy, but you know, it's parallel. Like you say all the time. Like my son's in the car listening to Juice World, and I hear, "Can't keep running away." I hear that. That's not what's playing, but the sample is so mixed in.
Right.
I'm like, bro, this is not your record. This came out in '95. I know you think this is Juice World, but this is this record.
Right.
And he was like, oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. But see, like, I was listening to something yesterday, and the sample was, and and I've heard this song millions of times. I know. I can't think of the name of the song right now. But the sample they used was Outstanding from the Gap Band. And so when it came on, in my head I was singing Outstanding. And then the song came, I was like, oh yo, that's crazy. That's that sample, like, and I've been hearing this song years and years and over, and it's like, yo. So like even now, man, like the song, like Chris Brown does it a lot. Chris Brown has done a lot of songs that's been resampled.
Yeah.
But it's just their twist on it. You know what I mean? Like for instance, Troop did the song All I Ever Do Is Think of You, right?
Yeah.
Jackson 5 did that song 20 years earlier. They came and put their spin on it, and you think it's their song, but it's Jackson 5's song. And when I found that out maybe a year during COVID, just doing stuff. You know what I mean? So like nothing is new. It's just everybody has their twist. So when we watch these movies, you're saying like, yo, I've seen this part somewhere. It's because you have. It's just I put this in here, just so that you can recollect. And now you're seeing it here, and you go back. It's like, yo, I seen that. Now I'm gonna go find the movie that you've seen, or you're gonna go back and watch the same scene over and over again because it's like I know where this came from. I gotta go back and watch it. So that's a marketing strategy. All of it's a marketing strategy to pull the consumer in to want it more. The anticipation is huge.
Yeah, in the line of work that I do outside of this, being an artist, I speak to a lot of different people, and I spoke to this actress, and she's apparently older, right? But she's so talkative and so engaging, it's overwhelming. And it made me think that the back scene of her life is a starving artist.
Right.
Like you're trying to talk your way into your next role 24/7.
Exactly.
Right? And it made me think about what it looks like as a director and a producer, what it was then and has it changed now? You know how like the NBA is, there was no 3-point line. Now it's a different game, and you can get into the game on a level by doing different things and different techniques. So like what was like making it then is different than what's making it now. So I'm looking at Netflix and I'm like, so all I got to do as a filmmaker is I could produce my joint, get the funding, which is the biggest thing.
Right.
Now is I need to reach out, get somebody at Netflix to look at this so I can get it on, or like or is it just independent marketing that is the goal? Like it has the goalpost like moved?
Yeah, because before it was, can I get it into this theater and show it all over the country, all over the world.
Okay, I got you.
Now it's, can I get it on this streaming network that's paying multi-million dollars, or can I get it on this streaming network that's paying multi-million dollars? And because now it's all about what we have in our phone on a daily, in our hand on a daily basis, which is our phone. Because if I can, like TikTok is is a huge trend right now, but it's also one of the best marketing tools as well. because all you got to do is go on for like a minute and 30 seconds, say what you got to say, and then send it off, and then millions of people are going to see it, whether you know it or not. Yes, those that follow you are going to see it, but then you swipe up and somebody may run across it and watch it, like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then they may like it, may not, but keep on going, but you get that view. So now it's all about the streaming network versus the theater when it comes to independent, because we have a multitude of streaming networks. Of course, I believe Netflix is the highest, I believe, because
like the NBA.
Everybody came after Netflix. I remember Netflix. It was just like a Blockbuster. Blockbuster was that place to go to rent videos. Then Netflix came out where you don't have to leave your home. We'll mail it to you. Then Netflix came out where, well, you don't have to leave your home. We don't have to mail you nothing, and all you gotta do is watch it on your computer or at your leisure. And now it's like, oh snap! So I ain't gotta go nowhere. I can just put this so I can connect my computer to my TV
and pay you $8
and pay you $8, and we good. And I don't have to, because renting, if I rented a movie back in the day, if I rented a VHS, if I didn't rewind it, I got charged for not rewinding it, and then I gotta go take it. If I didn't take it back in time, I got late fees accruing, which is $3 if you got 3 or more movies. That's your Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
So it's tech that busted up.
Technology took everything to a higher level, and now it's like, okay, yeah, Netflix is at the top, but even Snapchat is getting in on it, because Snapchat have Snapchat originals that you get to watch on your phone.
Wow.
So you see these different things, and it's just like, okay, well, if I'm a independent filmmaker and I get with Snapchat and make it their original, and they give me $100,000, well, that's pretty much sufficient, because I may have spent $20,000 to $30,000 on this short film, and so I doubled in profit, doubled in profit, and I'm good. I can go make another short film, and then take it to them and say, hey, I got another one. Let's make another original, and then people start peeking it from there, and then the larger streaming companies start peeping you, and it's like, okay, well, we got to get them on here, so let's throw them $2.5 million. You know what I'm saying? And they're good. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have a
shoot another film
right,
after that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you have to continue making what you do, creating. Because if you don't, if I get 2.5 mil and I stop, I got like 8 or 9 other scripts that's just really just sitting there. So it's like, okay, well, let me go ahead and make this one. Then maybe Hulu will pick it up for. Now I can negotiate between Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Stars. I can negotiate between all these. Amazon Prime. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
Coming to America 2 was the biggest, whether anybody like it to say it or not, was the biggest film last year, because of the fact, number one, it was COVID, and it was anticipated because people wanted to see it. And Amazon, they were able to negotiate with Amazon to get this release date and release it. And no matter what you said, when that thing came out at midnight on whatever day, I can't remember the day it came out, but when it came out at midnight that night, everybody watched it at midnight, and then everybody watched it that morning. So in the time that they spent to make the movie, they made it all back probably within a week.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Because of the fact that Amazon made it anticipated it, they negotiated a great price. And I'm not sure the price. Let's say they say, okay, we'll give you guys $20 million to bring it to Amazon, then negotiate the percentages or whatever they get and Amazon gets. So if you think about it, nationwide, there's 1 billion people nationwide, right?
Right.
And everybody that watched that coming to America, because everybody watched it, whether you liked it or not, everybody watched it. And when they watched it, Amazon was able to get those streams and pull back in their money. And then you got to think about it. Yeah, you were able to watch it, but okay, if 1 million of us have Amazon subscription, which is about $14.99 a piece, that's 14. And so you can only watch it on Amazon. So now you got new subscribers, right, for Amazon, because they throw you that 30-day trial, With that 30-day trial, you have 30 days to play with it. You're going to forget that you put your credit card information in or your debit card information in.
And you're going to get that forgot money.
And you're going to get that $14.99 spent out. Now, whether you cancel it or not after that, they already got your money.
Yeah.
You know, so they made their money back. It's just like the music game, man. It's literally just like the music game. Like before, musically, we were looking for a major label to push us out. And now we have streaming services that will distribute us everywhere across the world. And like, it's funny because like I just got an email today from a streaming service just saying, you know, I made pretty much 10 cents just from people streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like I forgot I got the music out there, but cool. I got 10 cents. That's just actually building, you know what I'm saying, on a monthly basis or whatever. So it's all about how you do what you do, and are you good at it? Or are you willing to grow in your field? Are you willing to put yourself in places where there are people that are smarter than you, where you can learn from? And once you get enough information, are you willing to put yourself in another room with people that are smarter than you, so that you can go higher and higher? And like for me right now, it's just like video games. You know what I'm saying? You think about 2K, you have your rookie, you have your pro, you have your superstar, then you have your Hall of Fame.
Right.
So for me, like I think I'm in that pro area right now. I'm still learning. I'm trying to get more and more information.
Yeah.
But eventually I'm going to move up to that superstar where things are going to get harder, but I'm going to learn more. And then when I get to that Hall of Fame moment, I'm good. That's where at the point where I can say, that's where I want to get to, where I'm like at 50, like, do I really want to do this now? Or do I want to retire and just travel the world with my wife, with the kids in college, they doing their thing, or they're out of college, they're doing their thing, they got their families. Right. Me and my wife just want to travel the world. That's where I want to be at in the next 11 years. And that's where I'm going to be at because I believe God has put me in this position to be there, and I believe in myself enough. And don't get me wrong, there are not times where I don't feel like I'm not good at it. There are times where I'm like, man, I don't even know if I should be doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
what are those moments like? Like what could happen on set or in process? Like,
it's funny. It doesn't ever happen on set, or when it happens on set, it's just frustration. For me, it always happens the day after everything, after we have wrapped. So after we have wrapped, it's like everything is done. We've been through this process for 6 months with rehearsals, with making sure the script is good, and now all that has come to an end. Yes, you've gained friends, you gained people that seem like family, and you will always have that connection. But when you go home and it's like, did I really do good? Like they say that they said I did.
Right.
Am I really that good of a writer? Am I really that good of a director? And then and what's crazy is when you're going through that process, sometimes I go through it for a day, sometimes I go through it for a week, but someone always hits me up and says, yo man, I appreciate what we did on set last week or yesterday. You're great at what you do, continue doing what you're doing. And that's that thing that gives you that drive to say, I gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, my thing is, my biggest thing is I want to see everybody else win. I want to see people that I've worked with being that Denzel or that Viola Davis position, or that Taraji P. Henson position, or that, you know, Tom Cruise position, to say, yo, I was able to work with them.
Yeah.
And I always want to see people win. I want to see people win whether they like me or not. My thing is, if your stuff is good, your stuff is good. I can't say that your stuff isn't good. It's good. You may not like me, and I may not care for you, but it's like at the same time, yo, you got good content. Great job at what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. I hope that you are successful. That's where I'm at. And whether, you know, everybody has their lanes. I'm in my lane. Everybody else is in their lanes. My lane sometimes may seem, I may feel like my lane is wider than others, and vice versa. But all I know is we're in that lane and everybody has what they have, and we're all doing what we love doing, and they're good to go, and everybody's good.
Yeah, man. You know, the hope is that you see everybody do well. You see everybody achieve their goals, achieve their dreams. When you think about success and you think about achievement, what's that look like for IIce?
For me, it's just, like I said, being able to retire at the age of 50. Knowing that my kids is good. They won't have to worry about anything. Knowing that my children are good, they won't have to worry about anything. Breaking these generational curses that I've already began to break. Knowing that my wife is good. Knowing that financially, if I want to say, I want to go to Dubai tomorrow, I can just get up and go. The savings account is stacked. The checkings account is stacked. You know, cars are paid off, houses are paid off, and nobody really has to know who I am because everybody knows everybody that's in front of the screen, and I get to go to the mall and just walk around and look at stuff. When other people have to have the mall shut down. You know, so.
Right. I mean, that's value, right? That was gonna be my next question. It's like someone asked me a long time ago, like, do you really want to do this music thing? Mm-hmm. And the answer deep down in my heart, I knew. I like to make dope music. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tour 30 cities.
Right.
I just like to rap. I like to make dope music with dope people and listen to it and write the soundtrack to my life as I live. Right. That's just fun to me. Right. Biggie Smalls did it. Jay-Z did it. I watched, and I never seen them.
Right.
But I listened to all of these artists do this. Mm-hmm. And you begin to feel like you know them because of their music. Right? Never been to a Jay-Z concert in my life, but I would be able to kick it with that dude.
Right.
Right? No, like, we would go back.
Right.
I'd be like, I need you to tell me about 1,000,001.
Right.
Right.
Or what made you write Hard Night Life? What made you write Reasonable Doubt? Because these things, like, and for me, and like a lot of celebrities has passed in the time in my time, right?
Yeah.
My life. Of course, Michael Jackson, to a lot of people, Michael Jackson was the top.
Yeah, people fainting.
Right. When DMX passed this year, it was the hardest I ever took a celebrity.
Me too. I actually posted, I was just like, man, R.I.P. Earl Simmons, man.
Right. And because for me, DMX raised me through my high school years.
Yeah.
DMX and the whole Rough Rider camp, like, they raised me through these years. So me, like, hearing his music, it's nostalgia because it's like, yo, I know, like, when Slippin' came out, I felt that joint because I was in a place where I felt in my life where, like, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I gotta get up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or even when like one of my favorite DMX songs is How It's Going Down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I was like in 9th, 10th grade when that joint came out. But it was this young lady that I was crushing on, and we had a thing, but we had to stop messing with each other, talking to each other because of the fact, like, she had a boyfriend. She had a kid by this dude. So it was like, when I heard that joint, I was like, yo, this is my life right now, bruh. Like, how do you know I'm going through this? You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the most, and it's like, because, and that's just like movies. Movies do the exact same thing.
That's what I was going to say. There's a joint on Netflix right now, and I think it's called Movies That Made Us or something like that. And I'm like, man, they got Freddy Krueger on here.
Bro, you got to think, like, and this, I was telling my oldest daughter this past Friday. We were going through, I think we were on Netflix. We were trying to find something to watch. And Hellraiser came up. And I told her, I said, this is the one scary movie that I have never watched in my life because when I seen it at the age of 8 or 9, this movie scared me so bad that I've never wanted to watch. And I've watched every scary movie. I watched all the Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched all the Jasons. I watched all the Halloweens. Yeah. But that movie there is, I to this day, I have never watched it, and I don't plan on watching it because I don't know. It's just one of those things. It was just a traumatic scene that I seen. It was like, why was I watching this at that age? Number one.
Man, I could
crazy.
never like tell you that, because Freddy Krueger and Chucky,
Mm-hmm.
even though like those are my scary movies, because I didn't really get into Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because those were like ultimate
Yeah.
scary, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, it was something about Freddy that was scary, but it was funny. So it was more watchable, you know what I'm
Right.
saying,
Yeah.
as a child. Like,
Right.
so like you say that, you know, every director has a style.
Mm-hmm.
When you, what would you say your film signature is? Or what, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like maybe that's an ad lib.
Oh man.
Or I don't know, like, you know how you was describing it. You was breaking it down, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Sheesh, man. I think right now, and I'm still growing.
Still, yeah.
So, but if I had to kind of say my style right now, as far as directing wise, it's more so I'm the actor's director, and what I mean by that is any actor can come to me and feel and be open, and not feel like there is he approachable. Can I give him my ideas? I think every actor that I work with, I always let them know, hey, if you have a suggestion or idea, let me know, and let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can run it, because, like I said, we see things differently, and your idea may be better than mine. So I don't mind being wrong, and if I'm wrong, it's okay, because at the end of the day, it's what everybody else sees, what the audience sees, and they're like, yo, that movie, that was really good. So just being able to, being an actor's director, and just being able to listen to what actors say, understand how actors feel, understand like there's a process, because going to actor workshops, and understanding how they become these characters and actually become this person, and it's a process that these guys go through. So anytime you see an actor, they are really becoming a brand new person in front of your eyes, or have become a brand new person. And like, I think about Chadwick Boseman, when he was playing the role of Black Panther, he only spoke in African through the whole process until they were finished filming, because he was that character. So and I try to tell people, not like there's some characters where it gets really, really dark, but I try to tell them, do not go that dark. Like I directed this film, and there was a domestic violence scene, and I was giving them a reference of a movie to watch, and I was like, just do not go all the way there, because once you get all the way there, it's hard to get yourself back out. So just being an open person, and understanding that I don't have all the answers to the question.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out together. You know.
Got you.
Making things natural.
So it starts with the script,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're a writer and a director, that relationship has to happen with the cinematographer, somebody that's able to capture it.
Right.
But if you're on a level that's maybe above pro, or you could be pro, and you could have an on-staff cinematographer, right? Or you can partner with someone that shoots and that's able to capture ideas,
Right.
and that's all hands in the melting pot.
Right.
And it essentially takes a community to produce
A great film.
a great film.
Right.
Probably the same thing that can produce a great album,
Exactly.
right? Probably the same thing to do that. So my question to you, just considering all those things, is why do you do film?
I do it to impact. That has been every situation. There's always, anytime you see any film that I do, there will always be something that will impact someone, and that's what I was saying about being authentic, because there is something that someone is going through at that particular time in real life that is happening in that film. So, for instance, forgiveness is somebody. the film is about a man that pretty much loses everything, and his mom has to take him back in, but she wasn't there when he was a child. She gave him up to support her drug addiction. So there's someone that's living that life right now, literally going through the same things, that could watch that film and feel as close as possible to that major character than anything, and that impacts them, and they may be able to go and say, hey mom, I forgive you, I thank you for what you did, because at the end of the day, you did everything that you did because you loved me. Or the films that we have, the projects that we have coming out soon, and I know one of them everybody is probably asking about, To Serve and Protect. It is coming out. I promise you it's coming out.
You just took my last question, bro.
It is coming out. I promise you it's coming out. It's just that when we do in-house projects, that gets put to the back burner because others are coming in and we have to finish those projects. But To Serve and Protect is coming out. I promise you. I promise you it's coming out. And it's going to drop when you least expect it. So when I say it's coming,
not a date.
It's not a date. I'm not going to give
it's
you a date.
It's when you least expect it.
You least expect it. So you may be eating dinner on Christmas Day, and I put a post on Facebook, To Serve and Protect is coming out in 20 minutes. So I need everybody to go watch it when it comes out. Christmas Day is not that. It's not the date.
Where can we expect to see it? On YouTube, Netflix?
If Netflix called me tomorrow and say we want, you will not. If Netflix called me within the next week and say they want To Serve and Protect, it will not be out for like another year. I would say that now. But
because it'll be pushed back.
Right? Yeah, it's going to be pushed back automatically because they're going to ask for a full-length film, and I have to go back to the drawing board and make sure that's right for you guys.
Yeah.
We haven't decided yet. We do, because at first we were going to just go strictly film festivals. We may not go that route. We may go directly to YouTube. But as soon as I get the answer to that question, I will definitely let everyone know. But I promise you it's coming.
We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. One last thing, man.
Yes, sir.
I have over the years, or I guess over this past year, seen that there's a lot of garbage can, trash, hot garbage films that's on these streaming platforms.
Man.
Right now,
literally.
Like they're asking for us to pay $2.99 for these garbage pails. Bro.
Right. I know.
Just like anything else, obviously there's a political game that you have to play in film. Mm-hmm. Even as actors, I think I was watching Shameik Moore on The Breakfast Club in his interview before the Wu-Tang series came out, and he was just so confident. He was like, I don't have to audition for films anymore, you know? And I think that speaks to how many more producers than it is, or it speaks to the ratio of actors to producers. Like for music, there's way more people making beats than there are people that are actually rappers.
Yeah, right.
Is the relationship the same?
It can be. It depends, because like for instance, like I go to Spike Lee. Spike Lee at any given moment can call Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, Wesley Snipes, and get them in any movie. But he's always wanting to find that next Denzel or that next Samuel.
Right, because it's the new talent.
It's the new talent that's coming out because those guys are getting older. But at the same time, you have your go-tos. There are times where I've written a script and it's like, yo, this person will play this role perfectly. I see them playing that role. You know what I mean? And if it's somebody that I know that I've worked with, I will call them. It was like, yo, I just finished the script. I'm gonna send you the NDA, and I want you to read this role. And they'll come like, yo, I love that. I was like, I know because it's for you. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, especially I'm on this thing, on this Marvel thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how Marvel did with bringing, how they did at the beginning with the at the end of Iron Man, you see him going to talk to Eric Banner. You know what I'm saying? And to bring the Hulk in it. So it's all these things. And that's what I'm doing now, writing wise. You may see a character in another film that I've done that's in this film, and it's like, yo, I seen them, and that's dope. Cause you know what I'm saying? And it's like, Why did he put him there? It's because I want to make this. I want to make this universe. I want to make this a universe where people can go back and watch this in an order. And it's like, yo, that's really dope how he did that, or because that's what I want. It's not like I said. I love music, but this film has become a passion to go international and worldwide. I'm trying to get aliens to watch my joints.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking like there must be a huge community of producers and filmmakers that we don't see. Like, and I'm just thinking about how the fact that you're just not an on the camera guy.
No, not at all.
Just period. You're just not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you do not want that. You know, and so. That's why I value just bringing you on, because I know how hard you work and what kind of work you put in.
Yeah.
So it's like, there has to be a Rolodex somewhere, A to Z, of every filmmaker and producer that's out there, and every actor that's out there. But it's kind of like needing a process of maybe there's a guild or like a draft,
right?
Or where is the go-to place for actors and filmmakers to go, just so that they can pursue? Because like it's like if I'm for instance, if I say I want to take up acting, okay, I got a relationship with a producer, with a director. You know what I'm saying? Like I can reach out to him,
right?
But what if I don't know anybody? Right? Is there a place where I can go? Or is it just a pay your dues kind of thing? Like
right now, like it's so many different websites that people can go on. That, like I said before, Actors Access is my go-to right now.
Yeah.
So definitely join Actors Access. I'll find an acting
What do you
coach.
need on that?
Just get a picture, and if you don't have a resume yet, then just put your picture up, and just start anything that you see that fits your description. Just audition for it, and you never know, if you're good, you may just hear from you. You possibly can hear back from them. Be an extra on different sets. Just come out if there's
networking.
Definitely networking is a big thing, because one thing, even though it's such a large community, it's so small. So if I say, yo, I know this actor and he'll be perfect for your film, you should try him out. Then that automatically gives that person that next up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that incentive.
Yeah, and for me, if you're in our area in Columbia, in the South Carolina, Charlotte, Atlanta area, hit me up. If I think you can do it, I'll tell you to submit a self-tape, which is pretty much you filming yourself, doing the lines, memorize, and being that character. Or if you want to be an extra, just hit me up and we'll start there. Start being an extra.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, if anyone is really serious, find an acting coach, and just dive in it and become great at what you want to do, because eventually your time will shine. We have somebody here in Columbia, Tangi Beatty is really dope, especially for stage plays. They actually about to drop a new web series here in November.
Yeah.
In the upstate, there's a guy named Javarius Conway that is really, really dope. He will help you. And just if you really want to do it, I'm gonna tell a story, and I know we probably have to end this.
Nah, go ahead. No, tell a story.
But let's see, it's been 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I left a job that was paying very well, had great benefits. I could move up if I wanted to, if I just sat back and just did my job. But I had a dream that I wanted to direct and write films. So I left that job to go to do the 9 to 5 that I'm doing right now. As soon as I left, I got a call later in that year. I left in May. In November, I got hired to direct a short biopic in Charlotte that was taking place in February. While in the process of doing that, I released my second short film, and then started getting hired to write, to direct, and now it's just one of those things where it's like I have a lot on my plate, but I'm still hungry. So I know I'm learning how to balance life.
Yeah.
Because and work, and because like life, because I have a wife and 4 children. So balancing life, usually during the fall and winter months, well, the last 3 months of the year, from September to December, I'm usually kind of slow with time. It's kind of my off peak. So that's when I'm chilling with family, making sure we chill, because that's holidays time. Yeah. So making sure they get my time. But at the beginning of the year, I'm back on the ground running. So I said all that to say this. If you have a dream, whether it's film, music, owning your own business, baking, whatever it is, follow your dream. Don't let anyone say that you cannot do it, because you can. If you feel like you're at a place where it's like a 9 to 5 job and it's like a dead end, and you feel and I'm gonna tell you exactly how you're feeling. You're feeling like, I can do better than this. I already know I got something people just gotta get it. So do it. No one's stopping you but you. And Andy Mineo has a song it's called "You Can't Stop Me." And the end of it, I think at the end of each verse, he has this bar: "My biggest enemy is me, and even I can't stop me." So just do you and have fun.
Yeah. Man, I was going to ask you what you was going to leave us with.
Well, there we go.
And that's it, man. IIce, man. I appreciate you, King.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Salute.
Told you. Stinking. So I ain't tell ya. Go ahead and focus and meditate on this greatness. If you don't hear the glory, you probably still stuck in the matrix. He said this is for me. Living revelation on your playlist. Since everybody A-listed, we probably need to pray this. The kingdom is coming. Better yet, the kingdom is here, and we the proof of purchase. And I'm not a part of no circus. We 2 different churches. Who you manifest in the earth with? Undermining our purposes for the blessings and the cursing. You know this is working.